Hello, everybody. So, I hope everybody had a great holiday, whether you celebrate Christmas, whether you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, you don't celebrate anything. I hope you guys had a great December 25th. Okay, so the first couple of books are some books that I didn't even ask for. They were books that my dad and my stepmom got me. I guess somebody recommended them based off of the things that I requested. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first two were I was super surprised about. And the first one is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. And I've seen this book all over BookTube and Bookstagram for months, and I had no idea what it's about. I was interested in it because a lot of people that I watch and follow read this book or hauled this book, but I don't really know what it's about. So let's read the synopsis together. Hopefully it doesn't spoil the whole entire plot of the book. Okay, let's go. So it says, do not touch the sword. Do not turn the key. Do not open the gate. Okay, 24-year-old Sarah Swain is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange powers she possesses or the fact that she's been picking pockets and stealing from the Undying Queen's reservoirs for as long as she can remember. In the land of the unforgiving desert, there isn't much a girl wouldn't do for a glass of water. But sooner or later, every secret comes out. That's a weird line to put there. Okay. When Ceres comes face to face with death himself, she inadvertently reopens a gate between realms and is transported to a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of myth, of legend, of nightmares. But it turns out they're real. And Ceres has landed right in the middle of a centuries-long conflict that might just get her killed. The first of her kind to tread the frozen mountains of Velia in over 1,000 years. Ceres mistakenly okay, I don't want to read the rest of it because it seems like it's giving me plot details that I don't want. So she gets bound to a handsome Fae warrior. Okay, so this is a Fae fantasy romance. The synopsis is written kind of weird though, because there's a line about a desert and you'd do anything for a glass of water that comes out of nowhere in here. But I think that it's because she gets transported to a realm of ice and snow, so she's surrounded by water. Anyway, it sounds good. I've heard good things. I don't remember what booktuber I was watching. I was watching a vlog when somebody was reading this and they seemed to really like it. And yeah, it's popular. Sometimes I'm a little wary about things that are super popular that were from Book Talk that have made it onto YouTube, because I think that this was a Book Talk popular book. Sometimes I'm wary about them because sometimes the writing can be a little questionable, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And yeah, I don't love the cover. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I wish that the cover wasn't a man, just a man on the cover, but you know, you can't have everything. I never looked at the cover so up close. I thought it was like a more artistic approach to a person. It is just a dude. But anyway, I'm excited to read this book at some point this upcoming year. I was going to say this year. Girl, the year is almost over. Next, we've got Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. Okay, so it says, Phantasma only has 2 rules. Stay alive and don't fall in love. Why is it don't fall in love? Okay, when Ophelia discovers her mother brutally murdered, there is no time to grieve. She has inherited the family's fearsome magic and enormous debt. Circumstances go from dire to deadly, however, when Ophelia's sister decides to pay off the loan by entering Phantasma, a competition where contestants rarely escape alive and the victor is granted a single wish. Is that similar to Caraval? Isn't the plot of Caraval that the sister enters some sort of magical competition to help the family? Or am I making that up? Because I haven't read Caraval yet. I want to, but I haven't. Okay, so I'm enticed. I'm intrigued. The only way for Ophelia to save her sister is to win, but Phantasma is a cursed manor full of twisting corridors, and lavish ballrooms, staffed by enticing demons and fatal temptations, and Ophelia must conquer all 9 floors to succeed if her fears don't overtake her first. This is giving me, you guys remember that movie with the guy, I can't think of his name, the guy who plays Adrian Monk on the show Monk, where he's trapped in this house that has, I think it's called 13 Ghosts. And they've got to like trap and bind these ghosts. I like, this literally doesn't even say anything about ghosts, but for some reason, like, I'm getting those vibes. Okay. When a charming, arrogant stranger claims he can help, Ophelia knows better than to trust him. But with her sister's life on the line, Ophelia can't afford to turn him away. She'll just need to ignore the overwhelming dark attraction drawing them closer and closer together. Because in Phantasma, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. Why is that deadlier? Why is falling in love a strict rule? Is it because he could be a demon? Intrigued. And this is another book that, like, I wasn't expecting to get, but I have been, like, both Quicksilver and Phantasma are books that have been hopping in and out of my Amazon cart for months. And y'all know, I don't know, do you guys know? I've been trying not to shop on Amazon for books as much. I did place an order, but it's because I got a gift card for Christmas. But I'm really trying to buy books in store, even at Barnes & Noble. I don't like Barnes & Noble. I prefer Books A Million. If we're being for real, I prefer Borders, but Borders no longer exists, even though it will exist in my heart for forever. But we're trying to support more brick and mortars. I also try to support local small bookstores. However, I have a hard time finding local small bookstores that stock the kinds of books that I am interested in. Okay, random tangent over. Okay, third book that I was not expecting to get and that I'm very excited for is The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson. Now, for some reason, I saw this book when I was opening up my Christmas present, and I was like, this is about Hoyt, is it? But I don't know. I didn't read the synopsis. I don't want to read the synopsis of this book. With Brandon Sanderson books, sometimes it's better not to just know like the like premise, but not read the synopsis. And for his secret projects, I've only read one of the secret projects so far, Trust in the Emerald Sea. But I don't think that I knew what that book was about either, to be honest, before I read it. Excuse me. But for some reason, I feel like this is about Hoyt. Because like, why is it that this person right here is giving me, what was the weird Khandra surgeon from Trust in the Emerald Sea? I think it was Ulam or something. That looks like what I would picture him to look like. I'm intrigued, and this is super short. So yeah, Sunlit Man. Thanks, Father, for that. Okay, so now for the 3 books that I actually requested. One of them is kind of random, but it's because my dad sent me a picture of a display and asked me like what looks good to you, and it is The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand. So I don't know what this book is about. I have never read an Ellen Hildebrand book. I believe that this was turned into either a TV show, a limited series, or a movie this year. I want to say like Nicole Kidman is in it, but I could be lying. But yeah, I know that. But I don't really know what this book is about. The only reason why I said that I wanted this book is because there was a reading vlog that Jess Owens posted. I have talked about how I love Jess Owens, and her videos give me life. She had a reading vlog where she featured not this book. I think it was like Hotel Nantucket or something by Ellen Hildebrand. And she was talking about how the book wasn't good. Okay. She didn't love the book, but she couldn't stop reading it because it was so messy. The mess was keeping her intrigued. And I'm like, ooh, that sounds like something that I would want. Like, I personally love a nice, messy, meaningless story to break up in between like some fantasy and stuff. So I want to give her books a try. Now, after I said this, I told my dad that I wanted it. I thought about the fact that I'm pretty sure she also mentioned that this author is problematic. So, but I can't remember for sure. but it was already too late. He already bought the book. So I don't know. I could do more research, but to be honest, sometimes ignorance is bliss, and half of these authors, I don't even want to dive into their personal lives and what they do, because it's like, at the end of the day, I won't be reading any books because everybody's problematic. But yeah, so the last 2 books are Stormlight Archives. Now, okay, so I asked for Oathbringer. He was like, oh, I couldn't get the hardcover copy for Oathbringer. And I was like, well, to be honest, I didn't want the hardcover copy. Like, I don't need hardcover copies, because I was too cheap to buy the others in paperback. Oh, this one has a nice map folded up of Roshar. So yeah, he got me the paperback of Oathbringer, but he did give me the hardcover of Rhythm of War. And when I saw this book in the bag, I just saw like the side and like the blue and the purple, and I like freaked, because the bag had more books in it than I was anticipating. I was anticipating 3 books. So when I saw the top of this, I was like, I know he did not get Wind and Truth. He didn't. I was like, he's like, what's wrong? I was like, oh no, it's fine. I just thought that you got a book that wasn't out at the time that you asked me what books I wanted. But yeah, so I got Rhythm of War. I was about to say Rhythm of Wind and Truth. He got me Oathbringer and Rhythm of War. So those are the books that I got this Christmas. I ordered a couple of books on Amazon. I think I just ordered 1, maybe 2 on Amazon, and those will be coming in towards the end of the month. I think that I'm just going to chunk those in my January book haul, if I even have one. To be honest, like, I don't buy a ton of books. I might buy like 1 or 2 books a month, but I don't like have like huge book hauls. So I don't know if I'm just gonna add like a mini book haul to the end of my reading wrap-ups each month or what, but that's something to figure out at a later date. Did any of you guys get any books this holiday season? And if you did, let me know what your favorite book that you got this holiday season is, or if you haven't gotten any books yet, but you want to use some of your holiday money, maybe you got a gift of monetary, I was gonna say monetary value, but no, you got some money for the holidays, and you want to buy some books. What book are you most excited to get with said holiday money? Okay, so I'm editing this book haul, and I just realized I went on a whole tangent about buying physical gifts versus giving cash, and how sometimes it feels like you're just like transferring money from your bank account into their bank account and then them to you. Anyway, I went on a whole rant, and then I forgot to say goodbye in this video. So goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. And as always, do not sweat the small stuff. Okay, if I can try not to sweat the small stuff, you guys can try to not sweat the small stuff, because I sweat everything. Okay? Okay, bye.